I'm going to read the presentation I put together about professional tips. Pro tips when searching for a trainer, professional, or general guidance. If they just show you what to do or what to believe instead of how to do it, then they aren't a real professional, trainer, or prophet. They are simply a programmed obstacle designed to pass along half of the information so you won't have whole clues in life, just pieces. Stick with people who represent self-reliance and clarity. Not necessarily saying it's me. I'm just offering, in my 36 years of experience, things that I've learned by establishing the patterns, things like that. And again, I'm not, like things I'm just now learning, like the depth and importance of nutrition and exercise and understanding why I wasn't getting the results I've been wanting all these years. So anyway, and again, if I didn't experience tragedy and have all this titanium, and I wouldn't have been able to slow down enough, been forced to be slowed down enough in life, that I'm even learning about my body. I'm turning this into a study session. I'm learning about healing and the depth of the body and what's connected, how everything's connected. The pieces of yourself are all connected, and how without one functioning piece, the whole system can go haywire. Anyway, going to the gym is great. Did you know that squeezing to hold muscles for up to 15 seconds, then release, is actually one of the most efficient and portable ways to maintain muscle strength, flexibility, and range of motion. And doing range of motion is just as important. If you don't do range of motion daily or weekly, then you'll just have strong muscles that won't age well. The same knowledge applies to healthy cell regeneration for healthy tissues, nerves, tendons, joints, and more. Without healthy cell regeneration, you won't have strength for exercise in your later 30s. You need a healthy nervous system to be able to properly grow or form muscle at all. I got these tips from a licensed physical therapist at one of what I consider to be one of the only rational and conscious hospitals existing today. Trust me, been through a lot of doctors, incompetent doctors, clueless. If your personal trainer just shows you a routine without explaining facts behind it, then they aren't an authentic trainer. They are simply in the business to show off their body and make quick money off your desperation. There is too much half information and misinformation for us to trust one source anymore. How do you even know you're doing proper form? Highly suggest getting a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh opinion before making a determination. Definitely wait for one. When you hear it, you'll just know it's factual. If you have returning clients for training, then you aren't an efficient trainer. You should cancel yourself, because trainers should provide you with so much tools you never come back unless it's to connect. I mean, obviously things are going to take time, but I'm saying if your clients aren't walking away feeling self-reliant and empowered, then yeah. Withholding information is either to spark your mind, allowing you to establish critical thinking skills, or it's to manipulate you into coming back for more. The best part about knowing how to sort this out is by noticing how your nervous system responds to them consistently. Don't hesitate to ask questions, since that's the only way you'll see if they even know much of anything at all. Truth will never, ever mind being challenged or questioned. It took me decades to establish these patterns before knowing how spot on I am. It's called intuition. I personally don't want anyone around me who offers blind trust. I search for the critical thinkers of the world who build their own mind. I reject anyone who blindly follows anything and makes you a liability to my entire operation. Call me Harriet, because I won't let anyone jeopardize my entire life's work. You must exit the perimeter immediately. Real talk. I'm not trying to say it's because I'm better than other people, but if you believe wholeheartedly in something and you have never once questioned it or challenged it, or you aren't allowed to question it or challenge it, or if you never change your beliefs ever in life, or when you are presented with the truth, you are not able to accept it, I'm not rocking with you in any shape, way, or form. You gotta stay back. I wanted to say that next up, I'm gonna talk in depth about what I have discovered, that intuition, the depth of intuition, and how I think it's very odd that they teach us that we have 5 main senses, when really intuition is our 6th main sense, because it's our gut instincts. It's all connected together. And I just think that's weird that they left that part out. So that's what I'm going to kind of go in depth about next segments. I'm convinced people in power want us blindly trusting them and not ourselves as a community. Why else would they teach us to not challenge authority, blindly follow their education systems, their false education systems, and leave out teaching us about wiring our internal senses for strengthening our intuition? They teach us instincts are for witchcraft, or intuition, or, having a photogenic or photographic vision, or just having a strong knowing is witch or tied to spirits. I feel like there's like so many misconceptions about being spiritual, and I'm not your typical spiritual person. I believe that there are a lot of manipulations, and I'm just kind of going around studying certain things that I'm being called to study and pointing out manipulations. Like, I do not perform rituals like other spiritual. I believe there's a lot of manipulation of energy going on, and contacting of worlds that you aren't supposed to contact. They're supposed to just contact you. And also dive into a mind-blowing myth about how a 6th sense is tied to spirits, only spirits, like seeing spirits. Like, that's not true. Your 6th sense, like I was just talking about, is your intuition. Intuition is not necessarily anything to do with seeing spirits. Spirits are only seen when they want to be, or you have the proper awareness to see them. Like I said, you don't have to believe me. I'm just sharing what kind of just comes out. And, it's up to you to be like, wow, that makes sense, or wow, she's really off her rocker. It doesn't, my beliefs are not contingent upon the beliefs of another. Like, I'm willing to have discussions and be like, you know, maybe I misspoke, maybe I was wrong, you know, or misguided. Like, there's no shame in being wrong. You know, that's another thing I think, like, the human ego can't stand to you know, be challenged, to be wrong. They'll go, you know, I've learned that obviously people never underestimate the length someone will go to hide their truth. And me, type person I am, what sets me apart is I'm going to be the first one to throw myself on the front line. Because just to remove that shame, nobody's going to have any power to hold over me. Nobody. So I call, you know, wild one mind free. Because my mind is free. I have created my own mind from lots and lots and lots of self-reflection. Lots of it. Days, hours, months, years of dissecting every thought, every moment. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. And that is all I have for tonight. Hope everyone has a lovely evening, and I'm out. Deuces.